Switching gears now, a local comedian is getting ready to take his talents to a new comedy series.
It's called Back Nine Comedy, and Matt Lauria will be at the Mines Golf Club at their restaurant Gypsum Grill. The first installment coming up here next week, right?
Next week.
Next week.
The 17th.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Matt, of course, you can see here is live with us. And last time we saw you, you were doing your 10 Years Too Late special there. I believe it was over in Holland, right?
Yeah, we shot it at Holland to start. Good memory,
Yeah,
Tanner.
see?
I don't even believe you even had to research that. You're just like, this guy,
I
even knew the
I
name.
Did just pop that in. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. No, it went really well. I'm actually going to be putting it out onto YouTube here at the end of this month and such of that nature. But I was just telling you before we went to the segment that comedy is in such a great boom here right now.
Yeah.
And there's an amazing amount of venues here in West Michigan that are popping up as we start to go into some of the colder months to bring Sam in the conversation here.
Thank you.
Yes. It's a lot of fun because then a place like a golf course has an amazing banquet center. And at that point, they're like, well, what can we do with this banquet space when weddings start to slow down? Maybe more like people are not really doing many golf leagues at that point. So they came to me and reached out for a comedy series, and we're calling it Back Nine Comedy. And it's going to be basically until like May of next year at this point in time. And we'll see how it goes.
Wow, it's pretty cool. So, I mean, how do you even go about formulating your show for a series like this? Because I would imagine you probably maybe will have some like repeat visitors.
Yeah.
And you kind of want to mix it up, right? So how do you go about formulating what you're even going to talk about on these?
Well, that's part of it. The beauty is like, been doing this for 18 years, so the amount of material you have in the bag is incredible at this point. So I'm headlining the first show for the kickoff series of it, but then because Gypsum Grill is an amazing place and the Mines as well too, they're actually celebrating their year anniversary of having a full restaurant, the Gypsum Grill, today.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's very fun that we're doing this here on this day, but at the same time, I'm going to bring in comedians from Chicago. I'm going to bring in comedians from Nashville. I'm going to bring comedians all over. So I'll host each and every show upcoming. But then at the same time, it's going to be able to be bringing in a lot of other people from talent all over the Midwest and probably into like some of the East Coast as well too.
Wow,
so
that's pretty cool.
It'll be great. It's kind of fun when it started too, because I do a decent amount of shows around the area, and my friends, I grew up on the West Side where WZZM is.
Yep.
And that's where the Mines Golf Course and Gypsum Grill is. And my friends are always like, when are you doing comedy? And I'm like, oh, I'm at this place downtown. I'm at this. And they're like, I don't know where to park. I'm not coming. Now I'm like, I'm in your backyard.
Yeah, we are like right
Come
there.
out.
Right.
Yes.
You have no excuse anymore.
Exactly.
Comedy takes all different forms, shapes, What kind of comedy do you do, and what can people look forward to at the show from different comedians?
For sure. So it's a lot of life experience by me, just essentially different stages in my life, from being 30 and single in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to then being married, then having a kid at 40 years old, and all this, just different life experiences and stuff. And then a lot of stories that have happened and a lot of little exaggerations, because every time my wife's at a show, they'll look back at her and they're like, did that really happen? She's like, 6, 7, like, yes, maybe not. So, yeah.
Right.
Well, very cool. I mean, it sounds like you've got a lot of material that you can go over the next, several months. And you mentioned bringing in artists from all across the, the United States. I mean, how do you go about doing that? Are these just friends you've met along the way, and you're like, hey, come on and join us over here in Grand Rapids? That's
a lot of it, and thankfully, Gypsum Grill has basically given me the opportunity to basically be like, look, we trust you. We know that you're going to book great talent, and so having done it for so long, you start to run into people. I've been fortunate to open for the names of like Amy Schumer and Bert Kreischer and Tom Segura and things of that nature. So I'm not going to bring those. I don't think we have the budget for those names, but some of those ask. So you run into a decent amount of people from the east side of the state and Chicago. Those are easy ones because people are willing to make the drive. And then, as long as we start to get some booties and some seats at this thing, we're going to actually start to be able to have a budget to then be able to bring out bigger names, amazing things at this point. And to actually promote this here right now, because Fifth Third Bank purchased Comerica here right now, we are going to name Comerica Park now. It's going to be the Fifth Third Comerica Back Nine Comedy, the Mines Gypsum Grill Ballpark.
Perfect.
So that's it, guys.
Yes.
That's how great it's going to be here.
I'm hearing that deal's pending in my ear. I'm getting that.
It is pending. I mean, this is hot off the presses. Go Tigers today.
Yeah, there you go.
I can imagine how expensive the sign outside the building is going to be with that many words in
LED,
it.
Right?
Misspelling.
Right.
So you got the tiger pin on your
I got a
lapel
tiger
there.
pin. I had to bring it, but that's how much of a budget Gypsum Grill has. Is that they're like Fifth Third, we got you. We'll name the ballpark.
Yes.
We'll name it at this
Absolutely.
point.
So 18 years of comedy. I mean, what is the change? What has the evolution here in West Michigan been like through your comedy journey?
Yeah, it's insane. Now there's so many different venues to get up and things of that nature that we used to go to like karaoke nights and pretend that we're gonna sing Love Shack and then just steal the mic and just like do 2 minutes and then be like, you know, tin roof is not rusted and hit right back. So it was more of that. Now there's so many great open mic spaces and just book shows. I think open mic is kind of like a loose term that people think they go up and they're writing their name down on a list. It's more of like, oh, they're booking for the month of November here now, midway through. And so you get a decent amount of talent. That's why it's really nice because West Michigan's become such a hub that people want to come from some of maybe the bigger neighboring cities that we have around us.
Yeah, can you talk about why that is? I mean, you're right. There are so many different venues, and you always see maybe improv groups or comedic acts like yourself at some of these different venues around town, and they really have popped up here in the last probably 5-10 years.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's become so popular in West Michigan?
I think honestly, just because you can find it so much on YouTube, you can find so much on any social media things that people are then starting to find research and maybe want to go out and see stand-up as opposed to maybe just going to a movie or something of that nature. They want to switch up the date night. They want to switch up the activities with friends and stuff of that nature. So when you can do it cool, actually one of the comedians that's on this show, he's the middle here in the show, Carl Sobel, he runs an amazing show at River City Saloon on Wednesday nights. It's a free open mic. They do amazing drink and food specials, and then they get a regular following from like Grand Valley students that are not that far up the road or people that have around that nature. So they want to come out, and then when you can build a space like Carl has, I think people then start to go like, well, it's Wednesday. Shoot, we're not doing much. I can go out here for the night and maybe, you know, get a little sleep deprivation there on a Wednesday to Thursday.
Yeah,
So.
you know, a laugh here and there is the price to pay, I guess, for a little tiredness in the morning, right?
Laugh,
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
And it's not just a laugh. Dinner too.
Yeah.
Comes along with the series. What all do you get if you come on out?
So I think what they're trying to do is promote here because the restaurant's separate from the banquet space, which is a blessing as a comedian because you can't tell how many times people are just walking across like, I'll have the burger, I'll have the burger, and you're like in the middle of a setup of a punchline.
Like, lady,
come
on.
Great. So when we're in the banquet space, it's so nice because you can see with this B-roll, it's a wild setup. They have a bridal suite, they have a bar separate of the restaurant space. So I think what the encouragement is, we set an 8:00 p.m. showtime to come out. If you haven't been to Gypsum Grill yet, you're missing out. You really need to see the food venue and just the menu in general as a restaurant. They set up a beautiful space, and then we have a separate space to be able to do comedy in. So we can segment some of those 4-letter words in another space as opposed to somebody that's just trying to watch a game and they just have some comedian being like, hey, what do you do for a living? And you're like, oh, chill out, chill out, chill out. So it's going to be great. It's beautiful, and we're really excited about it. Just to make everyone know it's a series. So we're going to keep doing this every month, and we want to make sure that it's on a weekend so you guys can not have to go in the next morning.
Yeah, see, there you go. So next Friday is
next
the first
Friday,
one.
the 17th, 8 p.m. I'm headlining. Carl Sobel is going to do the middle act, and then Darius Walker is going to be opening here for us. All amazing local comedians that we're all very different and things of that nature. So it's a smorgasbord buffet of different types of comedies.
Very cool. And where can we get tickets?
You can get tickets online. I believe they're on Eventbrite. You can go to the Gypsum Grill restaurant. You can go to just Google Back Nine Comedy or just go to the Gypsum Grill. You'll be able to find $10 tickets, West Michigan. We're making it very West Side. $10 tickets. $10. That's how we're doing it here.
We'll see. There you go. We love to see it. And also, we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you about your special that you filmed the last time you were here. When can we see that? When's that going to be out there for everyone to watch?
So we're going to put it out there the week of the 20th of October. It turned out really well. Actually, my surprise was that my daughter, who's 9 months old at the time, and my wife were the ones that brought me up. And so it was a really fun little twist on things, and you can kind of see that everything's like, I'm 10 years too late to this, I'm 10 years too late to that, I'm 10 years. So thank you, West Michigan, for showing up to that, and let's show up for this series as well, too, now.
All right, well, comedian Matt Lauria, always a pleasure to have you in studio. Thank you so much for coming in. Of course, you can find those tickets right there on Eventbrite, of course, on the golf course's website as well. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right.